Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J. And if you didn't see my video on Tuesday, it was a preview to what I'm going to be teaching in my upcoming coaching alternative, which I'm going to be opening the doors for tomorrow. So while Tuesday's video was why you lack the confidence you need in front of the women you actually want for yourself, today is piggybacking off that, where we're going to talk about why you still haven't made changes despite knowing how to talk to women. Maybe you've watched a shit ton of my videos. Maybe you even have my Speech Spark Arousal product. Maybe you've actually, for a long time, been watching lots of other dating advice on YouTube. But for some fucking reason, you're still getting cold feet. Did I spit on you? When it comes to approaching a woman that you think is super good looking, or even talking to the woman that you have a crush on at work. Either way, that's what today's video is about why you still haven't made that change despite knowing everything you should do, and how you can make the change once and for all to never need dating advice ever again. So let's get right to it. Do you ever sit there and wonder to yourself, like, I don't get it, Jessica. I know so much about everything that I should do. Why am I not doing any of this shit yet? And I have so many clients that like read these self-help books and are like, oh, positive affirmations. I'm gonna positively affirm every fucking day. And sure enough, they're still fucking bombing and hiring hookers and going to Thailand and just, reaping the benefits despite them still being incapable of getting women where they live. So the first reason that you are not creating those changes that you know to do is because your mental understanding of something is completely different than your physical understanding of it. So what do I mean? I'll tell you right now, like one of the titles to one of my favorite books is The Body Keeps Score. Your body registers just about everything and anything it can in order to propagate your survival. Unfortunately, our bodies don't necessarily know whether or not something is actually gonna kill us. And because our brains are fully formed by the time we are 9 years old, it could be very wrong in thinking that mom leaving for a couple months on vacation to find herself was not mom dying and you possibly dying thereafter. So maybe, you had something happen to you from the age of 0 to 9 and your body was like, oh no, we could die from this. We're gonna create a survival instinct mechanism. So again, as a very rational adult, you may think to yourself, I don't get it. That's not gonna kill me if I try to talk to that girl. I even know what to say. Jessica had it written down and Speak to Spark Arousal. I also wrote it down for myself. But for some reason, that mental awareness is not translating past your body's ingrained survival mechanism against it. Because your body will always have the last word and the final decision when it comes to you possibly not surviving an action you want to take. So again, you want to go talk to that girl over there. However, when you were like 6 years old, you tried talking to somebody and everybody in the class laughed at you and your body said, oh my God, social rejection means death in the whole scale of evolution. So we will never fucking talk to anybody ever again. That's why I refer all my clients to EMDR. It's one of the only therapy modalities that works to correct all those incorrect survival mechanisms that you might have picked up as a kid. However, the thing with EMDR is that it is a very, very fucking long, painstaking process that usually involves a lot of soul searching that you didn't want to search for and a lot of tears, which I heard men aren't that privy to give up. The second reason you are not changing your unwanted behavior and replacing it with the wanted behavior is because you haven't yet been caught in the act of doing bad behavior. Again, your body really just determined, is this gonna cause us death? It probably will, so let's never do it again. Sometimes no matter how much we fucking drill it into here with the right way to do things and positive affirmations, again, we can't override our survival instincts unless those survival instincts are replaced with better instincts or caught in the moment. So for instance, how many times can you tell a kid, don't touch the stove, don't touch the fucking stove. I don't care if it's not on anymore, it's still fucking hot. And the kid's like, whatever, I didn't take physics class because I'm only 6 years old. The button is off. I I can touch the fucking stove. And then they touch the stove. And what fucking happened? Better yet, what happens thereafter? Exactly. Kid learns because kid was caught in the moment, and kid will probably never fucking touch the stove ever again when mom is done cooking. In our adult lives, it's basically the same. Unless we catch said mechanism in the moment, it's hard to correct it. Because in the moment is when you have your heightened emotions and cortisol levels. And that's when things registers, when there's an emotional component to it. Again, going back to number one, our mental processes cannot override our survival instincts. So until we catch those survival instincts in the act, they're usually going to propagate. And the third reason that you probably haven't changed yet. Even if you are caught in the act, say you're approaching a girl and some girl's like, that's not how you fucking approach a girl. Fine, you will probably in that moment now never fucking approach a girl that way, but is said girl who probably will never fucking say that to you. However, if said girl said that to you, would she know how to tell you how to approach better? She'd probably be like, well, maybe you should like say something like funny. Like, why don't you just like try saying something like, you know, like catchy or like funny next time. And then next time you try to be a funny motherfucker and you're not funny. You're just getting laughed at, not laughed with. And it sucks and you're traumatized again. Oh, how fun. Because realistically, unless you have somebody who can objectively tell you what you're doing wrong, and better yet, objectively tell you in that fucking moment when your survival instincts can be corrected, can actually tell you what you can do better or differently, it's so fucking hard to make those changes. Which is exactly what my Spotlight speed dating program is about. I'm opening the doors tomorrow, and that's what we're gonna do, is I'm going to catch you in the fucking moment like a freak voyeur watching you interact with my girlfriends and tell you right then and there, what the fuck did you just say to her? Why? Here's why it doesn't work. Here's what you could do better. Try to do it better right now. Look, you fucking made her wet. Because in real life, you don't have those moments. You don't have somebody able to catch you in the act to replace said act immediately on the spot. Nor do you, when do you ever get a second chance to try again with the woman you bombed with? Again, I don't want you guys bombing out there anymore with women you actually want. I want you to bomb with my fucking friends and then turn things around for yourself to attract my friends. I promise you, all my girlfriends who did the pandemic practice dates, which this is not, all my girlfriends ended up falling for all these dudes, even though they all sucked in the beginning. But that's just the name of the game. We're here to learn. So if you know you're frustrated with not having the women you want, and you know you're even more frustrated in knowing that you know what to do differently, you know how to do differently, but for some fucking reason you're still not doing differently, I invite you to apply tomorrow when I open the doors. Again, it's an application process. This isn't just for everybody, and we do want to be selective for the guys that really can make a difference for themselves. I take no pleasure in taking on clients that aren't serious about themselves, aren't committed to themselves, and aren't ready to change and capable of change. So if you know you don't have the confidence you want in getting the women you actually want, and you know how to do all this shit already, and you're still not doing it, again, I open the doors tomorrow, so please stay tuned on YouTube community channel. And if you're on my email list, I will absolutely send you an email telling you how you can apply for this. But either way, all hope is not lost. You absolutely can make a change, and if you already know what to do, and you just need the help doing it, then this is definitely for you. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'm going to do a live stream at noon Eastern time where I will also open the doors up for my coaching program, and I'll see you guys next time.